there might be many Ochanyas still going through pains, still being sexually abused and harassed by people who are supposed to protect them, who are supposed to nurture them, and they're not keeping and they're not saying it and are not doing the needful. And that is why we are still crying justice for Chanya. Society failed Ochanya. In case you're wondering who is Ochanya, let me give you a background story. Ochanya was in a particular local government in Benue State where there is no school. Imagine that in the 21st century. There was no school in her local government, so her parents decided to take her maternal aunt, that's her mother's sister. Let me break it down for some of us. Decided to carry this girl and take her to the city where she and the husband, who happens to be a lecturer, and their son lives. She was just 5 years old. Now, she started attending school at 5 because the parents felt like at 5 she should be able to read and write and start going to school, at least to get the basics of education, right? At 8, something drastic changed about her life. Her cousin, Victor, started to have carnal knowledge of her. She reported to the auntie and the uncle, and they called their son to order. But guess what? Things changed so fast. The uncle decided to join in the incest, and that was how Ochanya endured continuous rape till she was 13 and she was sent back home. And she was very sick, and it was diagnosed she had VVF, right? Her vagina, her anus could not hold urine and could not hold other understand excreta, and that was how she bled, and she was on diaper till she died. Now society failed this girl. If there was a school in her village, she would not have gone to stay with this aunt and this lecturer that was supposed to be a moralist, supposed to help train this girl, was part of those that caused the untimely death of this lady. The son was already in it, and then he joined Q. And the aunt that was supposed to even expose it thought of hiding her own family, thought of protecting her own family, that this girl's life was wasted. We are seeking justice for Shanya because we need to say no to incest. It is not what we do in Nigeria. We need to say no to this kind of hideous and demonic practice. There might be a lot of girls going through this and they would not say it. We are seeking justice. We are crying justice for Ochanya because Ochanya is a girl that deserves to live. She deserves to have quality education. She deserves to have the normal girl's child life. She deserves to be protected. And guess what? The system also failed her because her case was dismissed for lack of evidence. Normally, you know that when you have a rape case, it's not always it's always dismissed because they don't see what's it called, there's no enough evidence to prove it. Most times there is nothing physical about it, but her condition, the VVF she went through, is enough evidence, as you can see in this video.
When I was 8, the son started sleeping with me. Then when the sister caught him, the sister then reported him to the father. Then the father scolded at him, and that was when the father started. So September, when I went to school, I came back, I was not feeling fine, so I came back home. I went to Federal Medical Center in Makurdi here. I spent 2 months and 5 days there, so they discharged us. When I now came home, then that was when I told my mother that when I was in my uncle's house, my uncle and his son, they were sleeping with me. So when I told my mother that, my mother then told my elder sister. Then my elder sister now told this my auntie. Then I went and stayed with her. Then when I stayed with her, she now took me for a checkup in Makurdi, in the hospital in Makurdi here. So when I went there, they checked. Then my mother now went and told the people that was what happened. When she told them, when she told them, then they were not responding to anything. Then we came to report to the police headquarters here in Makurdi.
Some persons are saying that obviously she enjoyed it. Why didn't she speak out all the time? I pray you don't encounter such a thing. Haven't you seen a case where somebody is going through something very traumatic that doesn't look normal? The person is forced out of shame to keep quiet. This comment, this interview is enough evidence. If not, how did she have it? But because we are trying to protect culture, we're trying to protect title, because this man, this hideous rapist, is actually a knight. From this dressing I'm seeing here, he is a knight. And being that he's a knight and a lecturer, oh, spare me the title, spare me the culture. We are trying to protect culture to the detriment of a child that deserves to live, that deserves to have a normal girl child life. If you know you were really a knight and you want to protect your title, why would you be involved in such? Yes, she is dead. I don't really believe most times that we should fight for justice for the dead. I'm just being sincere, but allow me to explain here. Because when somebody is dead already, the justice you're looking for, most times the person himself might not benefit from it. But the truth is that when we fight for justice for the dead, there might be somebody living that will be able to open up and say, "This is what I'm going through." And people that are into those kind of crime will also take caution and know that yes, if you get involved in this, the law will come after you and justice will be served. That is why we always scream for justice for those that are even dead. But in the norm, I will always say stay alive to get your justice. But in this case, we are screaming justice for Ochanya because she needs, with the girl child needs to live. And then the title holder, the fact that this man is a lecturer, the fact that he's even a knight in the Catholic Church, he deserves to be punished. He deserves to, the law deserves to take its course. If you respect your title, if you know that you are a moralist, you're supposed to be part of those that educate the younger ones. You shouldn't have done into that. We are saying justice for Chanya, justice for Chanya. Say no to protection of unnecessary titles, religious titles, and all of that. Because you have those positions, you should be able to protect them. And when you've committed a crime, you should go in for it. Your title should not cover you. Your religious background should not cover you. Being a knight, you should know better. We are calling out for justice. This girl deserves justice. She didn't do anything to go and leave. The society failed her because if they were in school, she would not be there. The law also have failed because her witness, her talk is enough justice. What she said, how did she get VVF if she was not being sexually harassed at a young age? How? How? We need justice for her, justice for this girl. Guys, please, if you know you are in support, if you know that you want justice, because there can be a girl child going through something of this stuff who cannot speak up, but when justice is served and those that perpetrated the crime are brought to book, people that are going through such incest and going through such abuse will be able to come up and say it because they know that when they say it, they will get justice. Please, can we type justice for Chanya in the comment section? If you know you're a girl child, please like this video and type justice for Chanya in the comment section. This girl deserves justice. She can be your daughter. She can be your sister. She can be somebody you know. And our girl's child deserves to be protected. It's a girl child should not be molested by whosoever, if your father or so. Please, this girl needs justice. Let's type justice for Chanya till the justice is served. Thank you guys for staying to the end of this video. I trust is enough justice for this girl. Thank you guys. Thank you. At this moment, I'm not going to comment to say I want to cry for Chanya. Not at all. I am here to say let this girl get justice. Let justice be served. She deserves justice. Yes, she's dead, but it will be a deterrent for those that want to perpetrate this crime. If she gets the justice, others that were into this kind of crime, that are into it, would stay away. And anybody that is going through such abuse will come up openly to say something. Thank you guys and see you again in my next one. Please don't forget to comment justice for Chanya in the comment section. Thank you.